What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about the new free Galaxy Opal Steve Francis in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, before we do that, guys, just kind of want to give you an update on yesterday's Galaxy Opal Julius Randle. He started with, I think, 17, maybe 18 Hall of Fame badges, which I thought was a problem. He did get updated to give him 22 Hall of Famers, 46 on gold, which makes this card honestly a lot better. And I do not mind Julius Randle at all. I think he is a very solid card for a free 97 overall Galaxy Opal. Now, a 98 overall Galaxy Opal Steve Francis with 22 Hall of Famers, 41 on gold. Is that a problem? Well, let's look at it, okay? Let's click the Galaxy Opal and just see. Looks like 22 is the most badges, Hall of Fame-wise, that a Galaxy Opal has gotten. So we can't really be mad about that, okay? Steve Francis. Can we be mad about Steve Francis? Well, normally Steve Francis is at least an okay point guard in my team. Now, that's not for me to say he's the best point guard in the game or maybe even the best budget point guard in the game. But it's me sitting here saying that Steve Francis has always been just fine in my team. So, 6'3", 6'6" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. No, not the corners, but everywhere above the break is probably where you're going to be shooting the most of your shots with Steve Francis. 22 Hall of Fame badges, 41 on gold, 94 3-ball, 98 driving dunk. Wish his standing dunk was a little bit higher for those of you guys who do play on next gen. 97 speed ball, 95 ball, 97 speed acceleration, 95 lateral quickness, decent perimeter. Interior not great, but 78 can hold it down. 79 strength is okay. Badge wise, Hall of Fame ankle braces, claims, pickpocket. Pretty solid Hall of Fame defensive badges for what he's got. Ankle breaker, dimer, downhill handles, race, quick first step, solid, has everything he needs here. Shooting wise, catch, shoot, chef, deadeye, limitless, sniper, lucky 7, everything he needs there. And obviously, finishing wise is solid. So, first question is, if you do get this free card and just kind of play the game casually, do you need to apply any badges to Steve Francis? The answer is no. You don't necessarily need to apply badges. Now, if you want to make Steve Francis the best brick, wall, post, lockdown, rim protector are the main 3 badges that I feel like you need. And again, I like Steve Francis, but my whole thing is this, okay? D'Angelo Russell stat and badge wise is so much better than Steve Francis. It's not close. It really isn't. Now, Steve Francis is a little faster, a little more stamina, whatever. But basically the same 3-ball. They're both going to dunk the ball just fine. Obviously, Francis has got a better driving dunk, going to put people in the rim. But my whole thing is defensively, that's where D'Angelo is way better than Steve Francis. But let's check out the animations, because here's the deal with Steve Francis. Nobody else has his dribble sig. So I know like a lot of my team content creators, a lot of my team players in general want different dribble sigs, okay, in my team. And here's a step in the right direction. Not changing what they do gives Steve Francis. Now, he does have the Lucas size of escape, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I've gotten better with it, I would say. Scotty moving behind the back is fine. Jump shot 116 on very quick. Now, that is a release that I think should be pretty solid, right? When jump shot 16 is just on quick, it's been solid in the past. Now it's on very quick, which should mean that it is just that little bit quicker and a little bit better. But jump shot 116 has always been easy to time, easy to green. But I can't sit here and say it's been the best release in my team, because we go back to last year to Steve Francis. I mean, I can't sit here and say we ever really had a great Steve Francis. The Steve Francis that I think is most notable, I guess maybe it wasn't last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago, which we got a notable Steve Francis. But the Steve Francis we got today is basically like this Steve Francis, but just with less Hall of Famers. But he had Deion's base on very quick. I think the card I'm thinking of that we got that was really popular, maybe was it 2 years ago, was a Dion Waiters card. This Dion Waiters, the Ruby Dion Waiters that a lot of people did like quite a bit. But it's one of those things, guys, that is Steve Francis a top 10 point guard in the game? The answer is no. So if you were hoping for a really, really, really good Galaxy Opal, guys, it just didn't happen, right? If you were hoping for a guy, let's say like a D'Angelo Russell, like a Jack Sigma, heck, even like a Dino Raja type, Jermaine O'Neal type, Jaylen Brown type, Steve Francis is not that good, okay? And there's no other way to say it. But he's not as bad as a guy like Tyrese Maxey. He's not as bad as a guy like Jason Williams. He's not as bad as some of these other 98 overalls that we have seen. But it's just like some of the Galaxy Opals that we have seen, such as like a Dwayne Wade, in which we got nearly 2 months ago, is strictly better than Steve Francis. But I guess that's just the way it goes, right? I mean, it's just how it goes in my team. Steve Francis is better in some areas. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, Dwayne Wade is just head and heels over him. But he is better. And that's my whole thing is it's hard for me, right, to have a Galaxy Opal, same overall, be better statistically with a better player model. That's my whole thing. Like, I get it, right? But at least make Steve Francis as good as this Dwayne Wade. Why not give him an 85 interior? Why not give him an 85 strength? He's still not going to be the best point guard in the game, right? But it makes him just a little bit more usable. And that's my whole thing that I wish 2K would just do a little better job of, is just keeping the game a little more balanced. I knew it. When this was going on, when this whole zero gravity set was going on, I knew 2K would not give us good players. They just never seem to give us rewarding players when stuff like this happens. We can go to last year's Baron Davis situation, right? The Season 3 rewards. How many of these Season of Giving collection cards were worth it? None of these. These cards were horrible. And it's just part of it when 2K does decide that they want to give us free cards. Like, I like it, but what 2K needs to do is they need to just ramp it up a little bit. I'm not asking for too much, just a couple of stats, right? 85 interior, 85 strength, 55, 60 standing dunk. I'm happy with the card. It's nothing to do with badges. Badge-wise is fine. It's basically the opposite of Julius Randle, but it's just that Julius Randle, guys, is so much more complete than Steve Francis. And I know they play different positions, but it's not even close. Like, Julius Randle as an overall card is just way, way, way more complete. So, is Steve Francis going to be fine? Is he going to be fun to use? Am I going to get him and do a gameplay on him? Absolutely. All those things are going to happen. The only thing for me is I just don't know how he even compares to a guy like Alex Caruso. And I think that is a little bit of a problem, right? If Alex Caruso is just as good as Steve Francis, I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's like, okay, you give us a good free point guard in 2K and just see what you can do with him. He's good, but not great compared to some of the other point guards we have, like a D'Angelo Russell. Maybe that's my fault that I'm strictly comparing him to a guy like D'Angelo Russell and Dwayne Wade, who both are decently expensive. Maybe what I need to do is I need to compare him to, you know, a guy like Jamal Crawford. Maybe a guy, like I said, and Paul Ayers and Victor Oladipo. Maybe those type of cards, because he's more on that level than a guy like D'Angelo Russell and Dwayne Wade. But overall, guys, I'm not super frustrated with this one. It's just I wish he was a little tad bit better so I could really get busy with him. And I'm going to get busy with him in a gameplay anyways. I can make this Steve Francis card work. To me, I just wish he was that little bit next tier of good in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.